Yo people, welcome back. It's the guy gone solo, here with your boy A. On this channel, I'll get to show you a glimpse of my travels and adventures. Catch me vlogging away, trying out new things, seeing new places, and most importantly, new experiences. Stay in tune to see what I've got in store. But before we get into it, be sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. In today's video, we're in Rome, Italy. Alright, yo, we're back with another one. But yeah, we're in Rome right now. I don't know if you can tell behind me, but obviously we're at our first stop already. But before I get into that, yeah man, I got a short trip here, so I thought, you know what, let me show you what I'm gonna do for the day, because it's a short while. I'm trying to cram in as much stuff as possible. I don't know how much I will get done, but I'm gonna just go with the flow and see how it ends up. So we're at our first stop already. Now behind me, I don't know if you can see that, this is the Church of Saint Ignatius. I believe I've said that right. Listen, you're probably also going to see a lot of butchering, so if you see me butchering a lot of stuff, then hey man, it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, just thought, you know what, let me just show you to the places that I'm going. So we're at the first stop right now, and you're going to see why I'm here in a moment. But yeah, this is like a Latin Catholic church that's behind me. It's around about 15th 16th century, I believe. So really cool. So I thought, you know what, let's check it out and see the inside, because I think there's a lot of magical stuff inside. So yeah, let's get into it, man. All right, boom. So obviously, one sec. All right, boom. So we're inside. Obviously, we had a little look around. Now everyone comes in for the main attraction, which is, if you can see behind me, that painting on the wall. So that thing there, that's what everyone really comes here for. Now this is a church, but it's more of a tourist attraction, if I'm being honest with you. And I think mainly it's just because of that, but also the architecture and the history behind this place. Now that painting that I just showed to you was painted by someone by the name of Andrea Perzo. I always forget the last name. But what is super cool is that obviously during the time in which it was built, the painting was held, or well, not held, but the painting was done in celebration of completion of this church. Now with the painting itself, it's meant to represent all the founders, I suppose. As I said, it's a Latin Catholic church, so it's the Latin Catholics being accepted into heaven by Jesus and Saint Mary. So looking at it, and if you look at the really intricate details, you can see there's a lot of cool little details that you can pick up. Also, just the architecture behind this place is really cool. You'll notice that there's a lot of domes and a lot of circular ridges behind this, which I shouldn't really be making this comparison, but I'm going to make it anyways. You'll see this in a lot of Middle Eastern, I guess, mosques, a lot of Middle Eastern architecture, houses where domes, circular ridges, especially like these bridges here, were heavy inspiration during that, 9th to 13th century, during the golden age of Islam. So I think that's quite cool. Like, a lot of that has transformed itself over here in some little way, one or another. But again, I'm just going to show you what I'm looking at, and it's breathtaking. How lit is that? So guys, it's about 11 o'clock now, a little bit before 11. We've left the place already. So yeah, I'm just heading to my next place. Now the Pantheon's quite close, depending on how big of a queue it is. I know it's going to be a big queue, but depending on how big it is, I might pay a little visit. Why not? So we're at the Pantheon. We're at the Pantheon, but this queue is insane. I don't know about all of this. Might come back later. We'll see how things go. But yeah, it's a very busy crowd around here. I'm gonna see what else there is to check out.
Keep all of your things, yeah. You can stop at Gucci, stop at Louis V, yeah. Come with me, fly you out to Greece. Full speed, so for the Paris, yeah. Come with me, keep all of your things, yeah. You can stop at Gucci, stop at Louis V, yeah. Come with me, fly you out to Greece.
Alright, so the next place of the day, we're at the Colonna Palace. Now this is another, I don't want to say it's a palace per se, but it's more like a art gallery slash palace. I think it's divided into like 2 or 3 different areas. The area that we're currently at is the outside. So as you can see behind me, really beautiful. So we're just gonna check it out. It is quite hot, so I don't want to spend too much time here, but at the same time this is all beautiful, so I do want to take it in. And then I'm going to show you a bit of the inside, because you'll see a lot more of the artwork there.
I might just call and catch a play. I might just come see you today. You wait, I'm stuck up in my ways. But love it when I'm playing games. That's the only way we get away. We stuck together, you must forever. That's why I cannot go away. I leave you screaming anything. You find a way to keep me in.
Alright, so guys, as I said, we're here at the Colonna Palace. This is the inside bit now, so you'll notice that my voice is a bit quieter. Hopefully the phone still picks up. But yeah, the inside is beautiful. This is where you get to see like all the art within the Colonna Palace, a lot of the architecture, and how that art kind of looks through different pieces. Now quite a few of these pieces may be through the form of maybe paintings. A couple of them have been through, like as you can see, the ceilings as well. From a lot of the places they have that, and then busts, a lot of Roman busts. You'll notice that kind of like the last place, a lot of it is Renaissance themed. So we're looking at around the 16th to 17th century. That's kind of like the main thing, I guess you could say about this, is that if you're looking to go back in time, you want to go back to the Renaissance period, you want to experience some of the arts, the culture, the language, the history, you'll find that in Rome, which is really cool, because it's not just through the literature, but also visually through all of these pieces, which I quite like. It's nice to kind of, you know, do a little bit of sightseeing, but also you're learning, you're engaging. The different art pieces here, like I said with the last place, it's a lot of different stories, which is quite cool. There's even some pieces, bits and pieces of like costumes and stuff like that. So one of the pieces that they had was from the Prince of Colonna, which was like his royal uniform, which was worn I think in 1968. Now that was quite cool to see, and how the history behind that led to it being here. But yeah, again, this has kind of just become another tourist spot, and with the indoor and the outdoor area, it's a really nice place to kind of spend a little bit of time. Right now it's really quiet as well, so I don't know how it is earlier during the day. I thought it was going to be a lot more busy, but still, whether it's busy or not, views are impeccable. Views are impeccable, artwork impeccable, everything impeccable. So I think €15 well spent, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so after that spot, we decided, you know what, hopping on a little tour bus, hop on, hop off thing. I can't lie, it's way better than just taking an Uber everywhere. because you get to sightsee, and then they got a little audio thing that tells you information about the different places. Because it's hop on, hop off, we can just get off, walk around a little bit, hop back on, etc. So we thought, you know what, it's a good idea, why not? And yeah, I'm literally just gonna chill on this bus, get some air because it's hot. It's a heat wave at the moment. It's like 35 degrees. So today it's hot. So I'm thinking, you know what, let me just get a bit of breeze and then see where it takes me. If there's a stop along the way that I'm interested in, then yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. And then yeah, behind me is some castle. I don't really know what castle it is, I forgot, but it looks kind of cool. But yeah, we'll see where we head up next. Alright, so I'm just crossing the road. After that little hop on hop off tour, we just went to look around Colosseum, which is in front of me. So yeah, I don't know if you can see it, there you go.
Which is the same build over there.
But yeah, you'll notice that I'm not going inside, and the reason why I'm not going inside is because turns out you need to buy a ticket like a month in advance. Maybe that was doing that on a last minute getaway. No, allow that, man. Book a ticket a month in advance. So you know what, man, just come here, check it out. You know what I'm saying? But still, Colosseum's cool. Obviously, bare fights and that. Not only fights, but like a lot of dramas used to go on. Like this was like their entertainment. So instead of having a skybox, instead of slapping in Cartoon Network, their man has this. So yeah, they would just come here, watch bare fights. Sometimes it'd be performances, or like even like replays of like historical events as part of their plays and stuff like that they do here. Originally built, I think this was like in 80 AD, going all the way up until like the 16th or 17th century, but it kind of changed along the way, where like it became a cemetery at some point, I think around the 14th or 15th century, after like a lot of earthquakes occurred and damaged a lot of it. Also, another cool thing, a lot of this is made with volcanic rock, which I think is why it was so like durable. I think, I don't know the properties behind it, but just the fact that it's volcanic, cool. And then in the distance, I'm going to show you, there's something else. I forgot the name of it, but it's still cool. Yeah, there's like some cool gate thingy, which, yeah, it's cool. Again, don't really know the context behind it, but it's cool. So yeah. Annoyingly enough though, there's a lot of construction going on. I'm assuming just to like keep everything safe and all that. And I'm not sure if it's because of like any events occurring next year that they're trying to sort out the place and whatnot. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah.
Second, every minute, man, I swear that she can.
Alright, so at this point we done a little bit of walking around, a bit more sightseeing before we wrapped it up for the day and went back to the hotel. If you've watched this far, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. For the time being, just enjoy the remaining clips and I'll see you again in the next video.
Recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean.